Hi investors, this is Jay here from Crypto Market Structure, and today I'd like to talk about two of the biggest problems that we solve in the crypto market structure group. A lot of times our investors said one of the biggest issue is not knowing when to exit. And we have the Moonshot 1, 2, and 3 forecast very nicely and that would help solve one of those biggest problems. So that's not a big deal. That's the map that we provide in all our high velocity coins. But there's also a much bigger and more important a method that we use, and we call it octane or velocity. And octane or velocity, it's a very important concept where we help decide and prioritize which of the coins is running at a much higher velocity. Now, if you're investing in coins that are slower, most likely your return will be good. But if you invest in high velocity coins, the amount of rotations or return will be much significant. Now, to help us determine how we decide which coin has high velocity, um, I'll give you a problem to think about, and we call it the $10 and $100 paradox. Now, let's just say that you have a case where you can get $10, and you have the second case, this would be the second case, where you can have $100. Now, which one would you go for it? And you only have one choice. Would you prefer the $10 or $100? $100? And this is the a trick question. And if your answer is $100, well, let's have a look. Right. So what if I tell you it takes 52 weeks to get to your $100? And in the first case, you only take a week to get your $10. Now suddenly your decision change from 100, case number two, to $10. Why? It's because case number one has much higher octane. You would know that intuitively, but we have a formula called octane, which takes the gains, right? The gains is $10 over how much time it requires and how fast can we get our gains. So you see, sometimes the gains can be fantastic, but if it takes a much longer time, the amount of octane is much lower um, than the other. So this solves the octane problem, and the way we measure our coins and determine how high their velocity is through octane, and this is how we get much higher gains. And I'll give you an example which we did recently on a NEO deep dive. For example, if you take the Ethereum, last year in 2017, we were comparing, Ethereum 2017 against NEO's current position, and see how fast potentially they can move together. I mean, in comparison, yeah. So in this case, for example, Ether in the last cycle, 2017. This would be Moonshot 1, where if you start somewhere from the slingshot here, going all the way up to about $47, 10 to $47, that's about 4.7x, 4.7 times. And it took about 49 days, which is about 1.6 months. And if you do that um, division, you get roughly about 3x, three times per month. Now that's really high, for a coin that it can do 3x per month. And if that was the case, then I was thinking if NEO is the Chinese Ethereum currently at 1180 and comparing against Ethereum's 1180 price and fractal back last time, um, we estimated NEO's potential, octane potential, to be somewhat around 12.7x from where it is now. right? You might say, wow, that's a lot, but it has to be divided by the time. Now, obviously, I estimate the completion of NEO's first moonshot would be around 4 months from now, which is towards end of the year, right? Most of the moonshots will be completed by end of the year, if not beginning of next year. So if you do the math, 12.7 divided by 4, it's roughly about 3x per month, which is very similar to Ethereum's last cycle. Now, the reason why I was comparing this is because I believe the current nearest position at about 1180 fractal will have similar octane to Ethereum's 2017 octane. So because of that, we really like NEO, but I just thought I'd give you an example on how we can apply the concept of octane to help us decide, how fast the coin is going or can go, and should we invest in it, um, and what is the octane look like. So I hope you enjoy this discussion around the concept of octane. So think about it as an investor. Probably the two biggest issue most of you would have would be, one, do you really know where the exit points are? Right, that's one big one. The second is, do you know if the coins you invest in are high velocity coins? How good are their octanes? Right, and now you can use this method to help you decide, and that's what the crypto market structure program uses Octane to help us make the right call. So there you go. And if you're interested in this, as usual, you can join um, our program, and we have got check out our subscription plan currently at $79 a month, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. And immediately, you guys can book in a time, and we'll go through your portfolio optimization and discussion around, are you holding the right coins, the right high velocity coins? If not, you might want to switch some of your capital over. So that's what we do. The concept is fairly straightforward, and I hope you enjoy the session. Thank you.